Hi, so just wanted to share my thoughts on quality in software engineering. Okay, so I cannot stress how important it is to create a quality software in software engineering because people are literally using these things, okay, to do their work, like their most important work. Okay, so for example, healthcare, right? Companies are there who are creating products in healthcare. Those products have to be high quality. They cannot fail. Like even one time they cannot fail, right? So what it means to produce quality in software engineering, right? Like if you're creating a digital product, how do you ensure that the product is actually of high quality? Because like how do you even judge that okay, my product is of very high quality, right? What are the parameters, what are the criteria, right? And I was also confused about it for a very long time, especially before I got into the job. So yes, sure, man, I mean, job does really help you understand a lot of things because the people there are just amazing. So earlier I used to think that quality in software engineering or software products, basically engineering, simply means that using better tools, right? I mean, if you're creating some kind of a web application, then using a better framework, okay, and using a better UI library, using a better uh, code architecture means quality. And man, I could not be so wrong. Okay, like so, I mean, yes, these things are important, right? Okay, if you are using an amazing backend, if you're using an amazing front end UI library, if you're using an amazing database, if you're using amazing architecture, yes, it does make a difference. Okay, it does make a difference in the maintainability of your code, and in basically in the longevity of your code. Okay, your code will live longer, without getting deteriorated, okay, if you do all these things. So yes, these two things do play a role in quality. Okay, but first of all, let us distinguish between quality for users and quality for developers. Okay, so like just say I'm writing a piece of code. Okay, I'm creating some kind of application. Okay, now the way I write, okay, the way I design the application, the way I choose the architecture, the code I'm writing, the variable names, and the technology I'm using, okay, to create the backend, front end, and all these things, they do have a part in the quality for developer, people who are going to come after me to write on that code, okay, to fix the errors, to create new features. Okay, they will be more focused on the quality that the tools and the coding guidelines will bring to them. Okay, so if I'm writing a beautiful code, if I'm writing a code that truly is extensible, then yes, the experience of the developer that are going to come after me will be amazing. Okay, so yeah, these things do play a part in quality for the developers. But then there is a quality for users. Okay, there is a quality in product for users, because users are not going to care what kind of technology you are using, what kind of backend you are using, what kind of database you are using, and what, like, how the hell you are creating that particular piece of product. They just don't give a damn about it. Okay, so for them these things don't really matter as long as it doesn't break the functionality. Okay, so for them, yes, functionality is one of the core and most important things for them. Okay, the product should do what it is supposed to do. Okay, if I'm creating a banking application, I should be able to add money, get money, okay, transfer money from here to there, okay, and take the loans and all that stuff. I should be able to do that functionality. Okay, functional, without functionality everything fails anyways. Okay, there's no product without functionality. But the functionality by itself is not really quality. Okay, it's not really what sets apart an insanely quality product from an average product. Okay, so what does actually mean quality for users? So for users, quality simply means that they don't have to worry about anything. Okay, so example, for example, let's just take the banking application again. Okay, let's just say I'm depositing money in the ATM. Okay, ATM is a product of the bank. Okay, I'm depositing money in the ATM, and suddenly the internet gets disconnected in the ATM. Okay, or the electricity is gone in the ATM, and now what about my money, right? What about the deposited money? What about the money that's stuck in the machine? What about that, right? Right, because the functionality was very clear that you have to be able to deposit the money and you have to be able to withdraw the money. The functionality is very clear and it was working. But now something crazy happened. Okay, something that was not planned happened, okay, and how the product is going to deal with that. Okay, is it handled or not? That is my friend quality. Like that is what actually separates the amazing product from an average product. Okay, like in an average product you always have to worry, the user will always have to worry that okay, I have to do this in the correct sequence, I have to do this in the correct way, I have to make sure that everything around that product is working. Okay, like I mean, if I go to the bank, okay, if I go to the ATM machine and I have to worry that okay, the ATM should have the electricity, okay, then it's not a good product, because ATM having electricity or not is not my headache. Okay. In the same way, if you're just transferring accounts, or basically if you're transferring money from one account to another account, then it's not my headache, okay, to implement things or to think about whether I should be able to send money from one bank account to another bank account in another bank. Okay. That is something the bank should handle. Okay. For example, let's just say want to transfer I want to transfer money from State Bank of India to Axis Bank. Okay, so in this scenario, let's just say I initiated the wire transfer. Okay, and then there is some crazy problem on the Axis Bank side. Now it should not be my headache, okay, to deal with that problem. Okay, the banks should resolve that problem themselves and then just get me the status. Okay, I should not go to the Axis Bank and then deal with all the stupid stuff, right? The banks should be able to do that. The product, the banking services should be able to do that by themselves. That is quality. Okay, and like just say, let's take another example. Okay, so in the UI, or what about UI, right? In the UI, let's just say you have created a, I don't know, like a workout application. Okay, so since I'm creating a workout application right now called LifeLock, might as well just take its example. Okay, so if you are creating a UI and the elements are misaligned, okay, like just say that the text is left aligned instead of center aligned. Okay, then that is a low quality product. Because yes, sure, the product is not breaking the functionality. Okay, you are able to see the data, you are able to click on the data, you are able to get the details for the data, you are able to save the data, all the functionality is working, that is fine. But the experience of the user is compromised at this point, right? Because there is misalignment everywhere, it doesn't look good, it doesn't feel good to use it, right? It feels like a cheap product. Okay, and that does make a difference in quality for user. For developer maybe not said that much, but for user it does. Okay, and even for developer it does actually, because developers are the one testing the product also, so they would not like it either. So that's the thing. Okay, I mean, this is what happened in my office products. I was working on a product. Basically, I was creating an application in WPF. So, in that application, what happened is that things were misaligned and very little. Okay, the misalignment was very little. Okay, I was not able to notice it. Okay, but my senior was able to notice it, and he told me that okay, look, this is an issue and it needs to be solved. Didn't even know that this was an issue. I had to, because I just couldn't see it, right? I could not even see the, like, that misalignment, a little bit of misalignment of elements from button to text. Okay, the distance between two different buttons, the distance between text and the upper boundary of the button if the text is inside the button. So those kind of things I could not see earlier. Okay, until someone actually pointed out that okay, look, this is an issue, because this will create an average product, this will create a cheap product for the user. Okay, before that I didn't even know that this was an issue, right? So you have to develop an eye to see what will actually bug the user. Okay, if you want to create quality for the user, you need to have the eye to see the problems that a user will face. Okay, the problems that might just come up. Okay, the stuff like the end case scenarios, like electricity is going off for ATM. That can be an edge case scenario, right? That can be something that that is not supposed to happen in normal cases. So those kind of edge cases, okay, edge scenarios, you have to think about them, and you have to make sure that your system is okay, the system is perfectly capable of handling all those kind of stupid scenarios, right? I mean, they are not stupid, but they will make your product look stupid if you are not able to handle it, right? And you must have an eye to see from the user's perspective. Okay, if you, since you are creating quality for the user, you should be able to experience your own product the way a user will experience your product, right? Because if you're not able to do that, then you will simply create a cheap and like completely average product. Okay, so this is the quality, okay, in software engineering. Quality for developers mostly rely on the tools that they are using. Okay, because if, like, just say you are creating an application in C sharp and .NET, okay, then the debugging experience of that entire tech stack is amazing. Okay, I'll just be very clear, the debugging tools are amazing in that tech stack. Okay, people who are going to come after you to work on that tech stack, they will be able to debug everything very fast, they will be able to fix everything very fast, because they will be able to analyze what the defect is very fast. Okay, on the other hand, if you are choosing a tech stack, or if you are choosing a technology that does not have a very good debugging tools, but you are trying to do something crazy with that technology, then yeah, that is a very low quality product for the developers. Okay, because they will definitely hate that product, because they will not be able to fix anything very soon. Okay, they will be struggling with their own debugging tools. Okay, they will be, their time will be spent in figuring out how to debug instead of how to analyze the defect. Okay, so that is a low quality thing. That's why if you are trying to create quality for the developers, make sure you are choosing the right tools, make sure you are basically creating a code with well architecture, with good architecture. Okay, then make sure there is consistency in the code, all the variable names should mean what they are trying to do. Okay, and then yeah, the code should be beautifully written. Okay, that's very important. The code should be readable, extendable. Those kind of things will create quality for the developers. For the users, the edge cases that you are covering, okay, the scenarios that a user might not be able to handle by themselves. Okay, like you are giving an online exam and somehow the laptop just shuts off for the user, then what? Like he should be able to log in again, right? Yeah, he should be able to log in again. So you need to make sure that that case is covered, right? Maybe he actually filled a lot of answers and then his laptop was shut off, right? Then what about the already filled answers? Are they just gonna go away? No, they should be saved in the database, right? They should, at least those done answers should be saved in the database by automatically, right? Even if the user's laptop just got shut off, right? So that is the quality. Okay, that is because that is being handled by the software product itself. Okay, as much as headache you can take away from the user, the better your product will be. Okay, that is the quality. That is basically the only criteria for quality, that to take away as much headache as possible from the user. Okay, just deal with most of the things on your side and let the user be free and just enjoy the product. Okay, if the user is always worried about product, then he will not be able to enjoy it, right? So this is what I wanted to talk about, quality. Okay, this is the quality in software engineering that I have been able to figure out till now. Maybe there is more, maybe there are more things in the quality, but this is what I've been able to figure out. So if you have your own 2 cents for the quality topic, definitely drop them in the comment section. And now we are going to talk in the next video. Till then, bye.